Okay, hello everybody. Here's Eddie again, and this is kind of what I want to talk about, right? Like you guys asked a couple great questions. One of them was, what was that whining sound that he made, or what was that, right? Nervousness. How can you tell what sound relates to what emotion, right? When it comes to a dog. And then the other question I believe was about, or do I have to replace saying good in order to say yes, right? So those are really excellent questions. And so I'm gonna answer the easy one first, which is about the yes or the good, right? When it comes to talking to dogs and communicating properly with dogs, it's important to remember they don't understand the English language. So we select a few words to have these great meaning to the dog, right? And so yes represents what I would like to call, it's a marker word. It represents a moment in time that I can mark quickly by saying yes. And the dog knows it was that, oh, my whole 4 legs getting up on the bed triggered Jeff to say yes. So then the dog understands, whenever I hear the word yes, that whatever activity I was doing at that moment, that's what I'm gonna get paid for. That's the key word. That's what he's gonna get payment for. Now, let's say the goal is, let me get my bed. Let's say the goal is to, not only get your 4 feet on there, now it's to build a duration, right? You're like, look, I want to maybe walk a whole circle around this guy. So every time I want to reinforce that it's a good behavior. So what I want to say here is actually going to be what we called bridge words. Bridge words are things that help the dog extend the behavior. So this is actually where you're going to say, good, that's a good boy. Go place. If he makes a mistake, he gets the go place again. Good boy, there you go, that's a good boy. Good boy, or atta boy, super duper, that's my guy. Anything you want that kind of helps him understand, hey, go please. Good boy. Anything that helps him understand, hey, you're doing fabulous, little guy. Keep doing what you're doing. Now that I've made a full circle, I'll say yes. And I'll give him the piece of food. There you go. So all your attaboys, good boy, and all that can exist. It just has to exist in the space where those words are helping him build duration or continue doing something that he's doing. Once the task, during training, I'll pay a lot frequently. You're gonna see me in the videos. I'm gonna pay him frequently because I'm building behaviors, you know what I mean? So once the behaviors are built up and he like automatically is doing it, I'm not gonna pay so often with the word yes. That'll happen once the task is totally complete, or you've waited 13 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, So I hope that answers the question about yes and when to use good, all right? The next one was vocalization, like whining and, emotional energy, right? So most of the time, like when he's, come here, buddy, come on, yeah, let's go. When he's interacting with, no, get off the bed. You love the bed too much. I'm gonna get you. Come on, that's our guy. Hi, buddy, what's up? Sometimes dogs whine when they're energized because I was trying to create a whine, but he didn't. He's used to my tricks now. Well, sometimes the dog will whine because they're frustrated, and frustration can happen in a lot of different ways. If you get too excited, you can get frustrated because you're so overwhelmingly excited. If you're like a little bit irritated and you get a little bit frustrated on top of that, here comes out a whine. I make him wait too long sometimes. He's protesting with a whine, and he is a very vocal dog. Like he's opinionated, right? So there's a lot of times where he's like saying a bunch of stuff, but like usually when a dog is using voice stuff to talk, it's like I don't try to give it too much value unless it's like a protest of some sort or whatever. Then I try to figure out like what's wrong. But usually if I'm making him wait a little bit and he whines, I'm not gonna wonder if it's nervousness or not. He's just dealing with it and he's got some things to process. Now, if I put him in a situation that makes him clearly uncomfortable, like let's say some strangers are coming over, which I'm not gonna put him in until we're ready to deal with that type of stuff. But let's say some strangers are coming over and then he's uncomfortable and whining, he'll show other signs that he's uncomfortable, and it won't be just the whining. So then I'll take my context clues there and try to make a assessment of what what the dog is experiencing. So it won't. The whining is. I don't know if it's ever found just by itself. There's usually some other behaviors that accompany it that'll help us determine what's what. Anyways, I hope I answered some of that stuff. If that's not clear, please let me know. I'll follow up. All right. Thanks.